Yes, welcome back into the Ford League Lounge. Please keep that energy going for my guests, Mitch, Barnett and Searle. Hey, I missed this opportunity last week and I cannot make the same mistake twice, all right? We are now on Fox Sports in Australia, so for all our friends across the ditch, welcome into the lounge, baby. Yeah? Searle, I'll come to you. How's life, mate? You're a guest of the show, but you haven't been on for a little bit. How does life look for you outside of this place?
Yeah, it's pretty busy at the moment, actually, adjusting to a bit of a new role. Have to get up early these days. None of these 8 o'clock starts. Wife used to be the main breadwinner, but now I'm starting to fend for myself.
Oh, I love it.
Nah, life's good, doing some stuff on Georgia FM and my own stuff, but always happy to be on the couch, bro.
Oh, I appreciate you giving up your time, bro. Barnes, hey, welcome back, bro. Thanks for joining us. Barnes obviously had a bit of a layoff, so let's just start with that. You're looking red hot. It looks like you're almost ready to go. How are you feeling? How's the knee coming along?
Yeah, knee's good. I'm not sure how far away I am, but I think I'm a couple of weeks away and back to full training, so I'm ready to go.
Oh, don't we like that? Come on now. Come on. Barnes, let's get straight into it, bro. It's an absolute treat to have you. Now, we had Cam George on the show last week, and obviously there's been a bit of noise around you and the club and what's, I guess, coming to an end at the end of the season. So just wanted to hear from your point of view, bro. How's this process unfolded for you?
Yeah, had a lot going on outside of football with my family. I'm not going to dive into any details of that, but it's been very tough, and I've worked with the club over this situation. It hasn't been an overnight decision. It's been going on for a while now. And, yeah, it means I'm going to go back to Australia at the end of the season. But, you know, I'm still here this year. I'm, you know, keen to rip in and, you know, I'm going to leave no stone unturned for the rest of the season, that's for sure.
Stop that.
Mid-season.
Say no more. Say no more. Hey, with you leaving, it got me thinking a little bit, OK? I wanted to go down memory lane, just, you know, our relationship's been a great one, all right? But it didn't always start like that, OK? So have a look at this clip, crowd, all right? Get involved here. Ride this with me. Now, your first game for the Warriors was actually against the Newcastle Knights, your former team. What do you remember? Look at him go. Oh. Look at him go, team. Can we just pause there? OK. Who's coming in hot there on the picture? Yeah, that's your host here. Crowd, can I ask you a question? Tell me what happens next. You got any ideas? Pass? Dummy? OK, roll it out, please. Yeah, you're a dog. OK. Now, I was at the back end of my career. I wanted all the tries I could get. Yeah, what were you seeing? What were you feeling?
Just a tackle break.
Sticks to the positives.
Sing a front row, get down and play the ball, you know. And so I found me front, fell short, you know, up quick, played the ball and... Look, set the try up the next time.
There we go.
Let's talk about the development in your game. And, you know, from when you arrived here, like we've just seen, to where you currently sit. Now, man, I could sit here all day, list the accolades, you probably will at some point. But what is it about the Warriors? What is it about Mount Smart working under that roof that has allowed you to develop, bro?
Yeah, I just think the environment Webby's allowed me to come into, I think just allowed me to be myself. Obviously, there's no secret in terms of hard work. Like, I've had to, you know, work extremely hard to get to where I am today. You know that. And it's just, you know, it's layers, I guess. Like, started with working hard, building confidence and that sort of thing. And now it's turned into sort of a leadership role. And, you know, I know what I have to do to play well each week. I know what my game looks like. So, yeah. It's been a lot of things. But, yeah, the environment's probably the main one.
Yeah.
Shaun mentioned those accolades, and as a fan, when I think Mitch, Barnett and Warriors, you've only been here for, what, 3 years, but I feel like you've achieved so much in that period of time. Co-captain, Simon Mannering medal winner, New South Wales Blue, Kangaroos.
Come on, boss.
It's insane, bro. It's insane. Are there any memories outside of those, maybe more Warriors-specific, that stand out to you? Obviously, you're still here this year and there's more to come, but things that stand out.
Yeah, there's a couple. The first one, Shaun, you can back me up, was that semi where we beat Newcastle back here was unreal. You know, I just come from Newcastle and, you know, getting one over them was unreal. But, you know, a personal sort of one was when me and Fish walked out as captains for the first time and seeing Tohu there and, you know, he sort of handed it over to us. It was a pretty special moment. It's sort of one that, you know, I don't think anyone else will get that sort of experience because it's sort of the first time it, I guess sort of happened. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, the accolades, like Searle just touched on, let's talk about the rep honours. Now, you play Origin. I think you're the only second Warrior to do that.
Yes.
So that in itself is truly special. But that achievement, when that rolled round for you, exactly where does that list in achievements for you?
Yeah, that's right up there, along with playing your country. I just, as a kid, I watched Origin like every kid from New South Wales and Queensland, and, I dreamt one day doing that and, having these moments. And, it was just something that not only I'm proud of, but my whole family's proud of. And being from where I'm from in Wingham, it's a small country town, I don't know many people that get to do what I do. So, I'm sort of inspiring the next generation from there.
Yeah, let's circle back home real quick. Now, like you said, you're not far off here. And for those that have ever had to deal with a long-term injury, it can be a grueling process, but you look ready, bro. Like, you're as dialed in as I've ever seen you, to be honest. So what is the mindset for Mitch Barnett now? You've watched the boys go out and put a clinic on Friday. Yeah, where's the head at post that?
Yeah, I'm just ready to go. I don't care what round it is, who it is. I'm ready to go. I've been ready to go since before Christmas.
Yeah, get him in there.
Yeah, I ticked some things off I needed to with my knee. Watching the boys run out there and do a job on the Roosters, that's just got me amped up. So I'm ready to go and just, wherever the team needs me to slot in, whether it's building slowly or just go straight into it, I'm ready to go.
What do you like as a watcher? Because I can't imagine you sitting in your chair the whole time. I can imagine you're up and you're probably going through the motions yourself.
Oh, yeah, I'm not good watching. I talk in third person a lot, and I invent some new swear words, that's for sure.
Yeah. Some of those boys that you've watched, let's touch on our younger boys a little bit. Your involvement with them with Fish is clearly starting to come to the forefront. We're seeing some of the minutes, the quality is just so impressive. What sort of mark do you want to leave? What would you like, for them to remember Mitch Barnett as, I guess?
Yeah, I guess just for me, I'd just like to see sort of some of my attributes sort of stay with them, that they can pass on to the next generation, because I know, my game's not pretty. I feel like I do all the small efforts and all the things that people don't see really well. And, I pride myself on trying to be tough, and I just think I'd love to see that sort of just continue down through the generations. You're starting to see it with blokes like Dimitri and Tennis Smith and coming through. Like, I feel like the effect me and Fish are having on them is, you can see it coming out in their game. And, it's a lot to do with them. They work really hard. Like, they're the ultimate professionals, our young boys. Like, I wish I was like that when I was a kid. Yeah. They're just another level, and the best of them is yet to come. Oh,
we are certainly excited for that. Now, that is the playing group, all right? But what about the fans? Now, this is a pretty passionate fan group, and one you've felt the full support of. Yeah. Yeah,
it's I felt it as soon as I come over here, obviously, and then when I did my knee, man, it was pretty special. Some of the messages I'd been getting, and now I felt it in my current situation. It's hard for me because I've got to protect my family, and I haven't revealed any details or anything like that. But fans sort of, know that I'm making the decision as a father, and the support I've been getting, especially through social media, has been unreal. Just all the private DMs and that sort of thing. So it's overwhelming how great these fans are. But that's why I'm looking out to go out on a high note and. That's
right, baby. Let's go.
Hey. That's unreal, brother. That really is unreal. Now, those fans you spoke about, we had a mic out at Mount Smart on Friday, caught up with a few of them. Now, here's what they said. Going to get to a quick break. On the other side, we're going to talk a little bit more about the Wales game over the weekend.
Shaun, Mitch.
God, I miss you, brother.
Thank you for everything.
All the best and good luck to wherever you're heading to next.
Thank you very much for your contribution to the club.
Brother Mitch, man, thank you for representing the Warriors.
Thank you for all the aroha that you've been passing on to all the rest of the fans.
Thank you for joining us and all that you've done for the club.
Good luck for the future.
All the best to the whānau. Thank you for all your mahi.
So all the best to yourself, Claire, and the boys.
Shaun, Mitch.
Cheers, mate.
We love you, brother.
The Jamal Fogarty. Kohler in the clear. Here comes Tom. Tom's got work to do. Now on the Fogarty. Under the post. Extraordinary. Oh, he's got it. The kid has won the game. Ethan Sanders, in his first game, as Canberra's first choice number 7, has broken the hearts of the Manly Seagulls.
How good was round one? Some quality moments there from round one, and it is time for the CRC quality moment of the round. Hey, quickly, we got CRC in the building. Make some noise. Thank you very much, team, for coming on board and getting around this segment. Now, this is from our game in the weekend. All right, I had a lot to choose from, to be fair, but I've gone with Kurt Capewell's line he ran for his try. It was a special piece of play. Now, our halves and the way they combine to execute this moment is... It's not really round one footy, to be fair. You know, I feel like this is kind of mid-season form. You know, we can be a little bit generous, like, with allowing them time to find their feet. But these guys hit the ground running. Both of them had standout performances, and they're both heavily involved in this moment. Let's play it out, all right? Let's have a look at this picture to start. Now, a couple of points I want to elaborate on when I'm looking at this picture. You've got your highlighted key individuals, but you've also got a ruck that hasn't allowed the defence to get set. I'm sure you can see that. You've got Nafahu White and Lindsay Collins not getting back to the line, all right? So that allows the spacings to be manipulated straight away. Now, if I come to you, Barnes, straight away, you see that picture and you're a middleman in the defensive line, what would your job be? If you're Nafahu White or Lindsay Collins in a perfect world, what would you need to do?
Obviously to get set, but to get up and not let Tanner Boyd skip overs, especially to get to that 4-man or 3-man. So
yes.
My job's to basically go hunt him and go get him.
Okay, now keep that in mind when watching this picture, okay? Because this play is beautifully designed to keep the ball in your key playmaker's hands and let him come up with the decisions. Now, if we'd got what Barnes had just spoken about, I think Tanner Boyd may have dropped 1 or 2 of these players off. Roll the tape. Let's have a look at it. Tanner Boyd's ability to skip across field, show the ball to a couple of those middle men coming underneath, all right? Keeping in mind what we just heard from Mitch Barnett, all right? He doesn't feel that pressure, so if you play it out, his ability to skip right across, and get into a space where, as an edge defender, you're probably not seeing first up when you're back on the line getting set. All of a sudden, you've got to have a third middle in Jackson Ford running on your inside shoulder, if you're Daly Cherry Evans there, where you're probably more used to defending a back rower running that sort of line. So instantly, Tanner Boyd has done a great job. Okay, now it's time for him to release the pass and give Chanel Harris-Tavita time to come up with the money play. Look at this. Let's just watch this. I don't even want to say too much on this because this is ball playing 101, absolute sleight of hand, subtlety and deception, and Kurt Capewell, or Kurt Capewell, runs a beautiful line, all right? Don't get too excited because I want to look at this again. Just look at the eyes. Now, there's a couple of boys in the Wars that just have an ability to fool defenders with their eyes. Clearly, Shanae Harris-Tavita is one of them. Wade Egan's another. Keep an eye out for that this weekend. But there you have it. That is the moment of the week, our CRC quality moment of the week. Now, Searle, I'm coming to you because you're in the stands.
Yep.
Watching the boys dive over for that, what were you doing in that moment?
Mate, obviously, basically standing on the chair. I feel like, as a Warriors fan, anytime you see someone slice through a defence like that off a short ball, straight away, you want to see how it happened, but you also want to celebrate the moment. And I think the pinnacle has to be scoring in front of the South Stand.
Oh, yeah.
The faithful down there, they always lose it, and I can only imagine the emotion that was flowing through Kurt, like, my ears stand up thinking about it. What a night at Mount Smart, bro. Just one question back to you on that, because you mentioned that as like mid-season form. I know through pre-season you guys come up with all these shapes and structures. To see it play out like that in round one against a quality side like the Roosters, how much validity does it give and trust in your attacking shapes now that you know you can roll that out and it's just going to work?
Oh, 100%. Like, Barnes, we spoke about this a little earlier around, like, you can attack each other for so long that you kind of can cheat, you know, like defensively. You hear the calls and you go, oh, yeah, I might go shut this down because you know exactly what's coming, right? But that play that we just saw unfold, I'm not sure how many times we even saw that throughout the whole season last year, right? Like, that was as silky and as fluid as it gets. So when you do get that first up against a quality team like the Roosters, your confidence, your stocks are going through the roof. It is. It's validation. It's going, OK, what we are building here, we can trust it. Now, coming to you, Barnes, like, you've been there the whole preseason, you've seen the boys working and gelling. I just want to hear your point on Tanner. And I spoke to him post-game and spoke to him around this idea of he got to do the whole preseason knowing that this was his team for round one.
Yeah.
And I feel like we saw the best version of him out there on Friday.
Yeah, well, obviously, you know, it's like being a halfback. You need, one, that confidence, but two, being able to know everyone and the communication standards, I guess, to get us around the park. And being able to work with Chanel, like, it's just been, them two have just been bouncing off each other, and they obviously got a crack last year, but being able to perfect it over the pre-season, and they've hit the ground running. The beauty is there's still so much improvement in them.
Yeah.
Like, it's, you know, such a great performance, but for round one, it's still only round one, and I can just see them improving with the more games they put together and the more confidence they build.
Yeah, well, we can't wait for that. Now, for Tanner to do his job, all right, let's elaborate on the rest of the squad a little bit. It's time for all things Wales, baby. This is what we love doing here, right? Now, I've got to start with the pack, okay? Because there's a lot of talk around the pack that was actually coming into town in the Roosters, right? Some of their individuals, physical, mobile, athletic. Now, someone like a James Fisher-Harris, without you sort of side by side with him, it just looked like he went to another level, mate. Like, what's it been like being around Fish for the pre-season?
Mate, awesome. Fish has had a really good pre-season. He always trains hard, but just seeing him lead from the front the other night, like, the boys just wanted to follow him. And, yeah, I just think, mate, he's in for a big year. Just he's, you know, left no stone unturned this year.
And what about Jacko Ford, his right-hand man now? I mentioned Jacko Ford and we have a little giggle because the bloke punches well above his weight every single week. I think we can all agree on that. What do you love about Jacko?
Yeah, I call him the juice man. He's, mate, to play 70 minutes in the middle in any game is unreal, but to do it round one and the quality he got through, like, it's unbelievable. He, you know, at stages there, he looks like he can't even, you know, move onto the ball, but he drags blokes like you just see here, 10 metres, and he gets, you know, quick play the balls, and he does all the little things well. He kick chases, he ties in from the inside. It's a great performance by him.
Yeah. Just quickly, that's the man who's tied leading the Dally M ladder. So a bit of respect on
Let's go, Jacko!
mate.
Let's
Jacko
go,
Ford for Dally M. Let's go.
Jeez, if Jacko wins one and I never did, I'll be off that. Hey, come on now. Let's round out this pack because I view it as a very well balanced pack. Like you've just spoken about two individuals that had really good games but can bring something different, both of them. Now you got Aaron Clark locking that bad boy down. Aaron's game, his ability to decide when I need to get my bumpers into blokes and hurt dudes, or shovel the pass on. The ball work in between, the interchange between middles to back row, you're constantly working on it.
Yeah, definitely, we are. You know, I think for Aaron, like last year when you seen him come in, his role wasn't always to be the 13 a big minutes. I think he was more assigned as an impact player. And with Tohu retired and that sort of thing, he sort of had to adapt that. Now he's had a pre-season of, you know, working out when to run, when to pass.
Yeah. And
we're working on those combinations and trying to play, you know, more free-flowing footy. So he's just getting the balance right at the moment and, man, he's strong as hell.
Yeah, let's go. Let's give it up for our forward pack team. Come on. They've got to do it all again this Friday, though, because there's a fairly decent fella coming to town. Joey Taps and his Raiders are coming in, and I caught up with him. We'll see that after the break. See you shortly. All right, as I said, on the other side, we will be catching up with Joey Taps because him and his boys are quickly turning this match into something a little bit more than just your regular round-robin game. I don't think it's going to feel like round two out there on Friday. Here's what he had to say. Solid Joey Taps. Bro, firstly, thank you so much for jumping on the League Lounge. You're already in Auckland. Prep has already started. Talk us through it.
Yeah, we thought come over early. Got a couple short turnarounds and big game this week. Warriors at Mount Smart's always a tough one.
I want insight, all right? I want to go into Joey Taps' mind. Now, hear me out. I asked this, and not trying to start any sort of beef or anything, but just in that real competitive way, because I know how you operate. Right? I know how you like to get after it and set the tone for your team. But what is it about the Warriors in particular for you that you just enjoy so much?
I think come from New Zealand, it's huge to come home. I play in front of family. I kind of reflect all week. I reflect like my journey, where I've come from, and you know, I kind of draw on like when I play for Kiwis that mana, and I want to, you know, showcase, you know, my side, how I play, how like growing up in New Zealand, like, you know, it's like, you know, it's a dogfight. You want to go after it. So That's my mentality all week. I always, I look forward to coming home, playing in front of family. Warriors are physical all the time, so you got to step your game up to another level.
Yeah. And if you look across the field, in our pack, there's a couple of dogs in there that you've played, plenty of footy with, right?
Yeah,
How do you go about, I guess, handling them?
I think for me, going after games and like people that are dogs like Fish saying it's a respect thing, Like if I'm not going to give him 100 and go after it, I'm not showing him respect. So that's how I look at it. I want to challenge myself. I want to see if I can get above, and if they get above me, that's part of my job. I got to accept it. But you have to really go after it if you're going to get over me. That's my mentality,
Yeah, no, we respect that and we love that, bro. Now, last time you were over here, you got it in a tight one, and there was a few little gestures towards the crowd after it. That's just all part of it? You just love the hostility? You feel like it really does bring the best out of both sides and you in particular?
Yeah, bro, yeah. Like when I run out, like any game really, like it's not just Warriors. You get booed everywhere, but that booing kind of amps me up. I'm on home soil. That fires me up. It makes me, like I'm gonna go after it. So yeah, I got to come over and prove it again. I can't just do it once. So I'll be trying to do it again.
No, bro, we look forward to it. We honestly do, bro. Thank you for your time. Prep well this week. Not too well, all right? But we'll see you out there Friday, all right, brother?
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
Yes, there you have it. Straight from the mouth of the Canberra Raiders skipper, Joey Taps. Barnes, listening to him talk. I'm not even going to put words. How are you feeling hearing him talk like that?
Yeah, fired up. I wish I was running out there, but not to be the case. But yeah, respect him. He's a hell of a player. But we're going to be ready come Friday night.
Oh yes. Come on now. Let's go straight into the Ford fan question now. What have we got post round one? What's up with all of the sixer gains in round one? Is it too much? Okay. Clearly, they were very happy to give a couple away. So let's get into it a little bit here. Searle, I'll come to you first. What's your take on it?
Look, I obviously like the speeding up of the game as a fan, but I feel like if they're going to waive them as much as they did, they need to think about the consequences in terms of for the players as well, right? Like we're seeing tackle 3, tackle 4, set restarts and no explanation given as to why. They're just doing it like it's a bit of a thing that they don't need to explain, and I feel like that can completely change the outcome of the game or the momentum of the game.
Yeah.
So I feel like if they're going to waive them as much as they have been, there needs to be clear explanations as to why.
Barnes, anything else to add there?
Yeah, just the same. Like it's they seem to be doing them in short spaces of time and giving 4 or 5 away. Like I don't understand why it gets to that point. Like we don't know what the bell's going for. Just blow a penalty if they're that ill-disciplined. So
yeah.
I just think we're all getting a little bit confused of why they're actually doing it. Rugby league's not a perfect game, but if it's that bad, I don't see why we can't just penalise some things. But yeah, that's my personal.
All right, agree with you both. Well answered. Let's take a quick look at the fixtures coming up. I know it's a Monday, but come on now. Maybe we get quite excited on Mondays. There you go. Look, some belters at the game again. Like, how good is it that we're just back? I still can't look past Friday night, though. Obviously, we take on the Raiders at 8 o'clock, but then following that, the Battle of Sydney. Roosters Rabbits always a good one, and I think Roosters going to look to bounce back. They'll be fairly embarrassed with what played out over here, and then you got Rabbitohs who seem to have started the year pretty well. So definitely some good footy coming your way here. Boys, that's all we've got time for. Okay, so Barnes, thank you very much. Crowd, make some noise for our guests, eh? Now, to our sponsors, Ford, CRC in the building. Yes, come on now. Thank you so much for being a part of what we're trying to do here. Can't wait for this Friday. I'll see you out there again at Mount Smart. Let's go, eh? Warriors all day. See you shortly.